March 2nd, 2020. How's everybody doing? It's a Monday, a little bit gloomy, but it's up to 50 degrees in Ohio, which is really good. And it also means the groundhog, Punxsutawney Phil, was correct. Winter's over, at least for pretty much the rest of this year. And we're going to be in the 50s for the next 2 weeks, up towards 60 next week. So we're seeing the beginning of the end. One time, another, that the groundhog shows humans the way, if you believe in all that. And today I want to talk about belief a little bit. I think it's important, I've discussed this repeatedly, that people in America, especially political leaders, politicians, and people who obviously are smart enough to not call themselves a politician, in politics and in positions of power, need to show openness towards all religion. And it seems as though many people of the Islamic faith do just that. I have friends who own businesses across the U.S. and Ohio, and they are practicing Muslims, and they're very good, peaceful people with families and part of the community. But there is an undertow of radical Islam that is showing itself through two women in particular, Rashid Tlaib, a Democrat from the Detroit area, and Minnesota, Ilhan Omar. Both of these women espouse anti-religious hate towards every religion but theirs. And it makes me wonder how, when you're a representative of a country that believes in freedom of religion, are you able to only say that Islam is the only way? And there are videos all over the place on YouTube, if you want to look, of Rashid Tlaib doing speeches in the late 80s and early 90s to predominantly Islamic groups, telling them that she believed America wanted to be converted to Islam 100%, and that was their goal in 1989. Now, she's a duly elected official from Detroit. So we have to, which is reasonable, she's elected. We have AOC from New York, who seems to try hard, but not completely well-read or thought out in her expose. She also has a problem where she thinks she's the first person to think of it, which is kind of ridiculous on earth. Most things have been thought of once or twice. And so the reality becomes that how do we change? Well, we want to keep openness towards religion, but we have to keep hatred out of religion more than anything else. And in America, that means accepting all religions as if it was your own and having respect for other religions. That doesn't mean standing up saying Islam's the only way. We believe women should be abused at the hands of men, just like they still are in the Middle East. And, perhaps if those people seek those values, they should stay there or go back. And we know they don't want to do that because America's the greatest place on earth, and we know it for now. One of the best. And so what's it become? Well, we need a system without hate. And if we got people in the system who only believe in one way to get to a higher power, like radical Islam, that's as bad as dogmatic fundamentalist Christianity that believes it knows everything. Religion can help us, but it can also be a hindrance to critical thinking in the realm of human being on earth, within nature, as the animal's animal, watching over all the other animals, plants, rocks, right down to the sand, as I always say. That's our job first, stewards of nature, to nature and each other. We have to practice that across the board. And insults don't help, whether they come from the left or the right. I still see it as childish, especially when so many people are in trouble. Here's a fact I've been quoting for 20 plus years. Every night in the United States, over 25 to 30% of children will go to bed every night without one meal out of the 4 food groups. You want to talk about something or expose something on Facebook, say something about that. How is it in the United States the children go a whole day without even getting a meal out of the 4 food groups. And is it repeatedly? Of course it is. There's something to worry about. You think you got it solved, think again. There's a lot to know. I hope y'all have a good week. Peace out, y'all.